California will be the home team. They're in the field first. Ollie Parks is on the mound. He made an amazing catch in the first inning yesterday against Texas with 2 on, running to his left in left field. He doesn't make that play. It's likely 2-0 Texas, and it may have ended up being a whole different ballgame.
Left fielders are going to be your best athletes, and that's what you're going to see from Ollie Parks taking the mound today. One of the things they like about him is nothing phases him, and this was early, Rav. I felt like if Texas gets this in, not only they score, but I think it's a totally different ball game from a standpoint of where California is. A beautiful jump. This was right out the chute, and then California was able to score the runs that they did. Now Ollie Parks is on the hump. They like about him isn't even so much the stuff, but when you got 40,000 strong, the moment, he's kind of one that doesn't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
He can go out and just throw.
Pretty big security blanket to his immediate right there at third base and shortstop. That's where Lappe and Brooks will play. The security blanket is in what they do offensively. So if you can hold the team down, and look, Curaçao is not an overpowering offense, hasn't been until this point, you're pretty confident we're going to score some runs. Curaçao's really benefited. They've been opportunistic when the opportunity presents itself. They just haven't created many. We'll see if today's any different against Parks. Jay-Dlynn Wiel will lead things off. He's the shortstop, and he's hitting 400 here, 4 for 10. Underway, the first pitch, ball 1, a little high and outside. He'll be followed by the left fielder and the third baseman. That one missed a little low, 2-0, and if there's any anxiety about Parks on the mound from California's perspective, it's the fact that he has walked 7 of the 19 batters that he has faced, and now he got a little wild there, and he's behind 3-0.
One of the things Curaçao talked about, totally different approach than yesterday. They just wanted to put the ball in play. Now, talking to all of them, we're swinging for the fences. We want big hits in this game.
And that is a 4-pitch walk, so Wiel takes his wheels down to first base. And that brings up Nasir Elosais. He's the left fielder, having a good World Series, 3 for 8. They've hit 2 homers. We talked about that. Wiel has 1, and Elosais has 1.
Elosais, the big homer on a 3-2 pitch, coming down to the last out in the game.
Is that when you went nuts at the other field?
Absolutely went bonkers. It was such an enjoyable moment for Curaçao, and the crowd absolutely went crazy.
Parks can trust his infield. They have been terrific, and the outfield as well. And they do see a lot of balls get by the catcher. Keldorf has been a wall behind home. 0-1 to start Elosais. That's a little better. 0-2. We'll set the defense after this at bat.
Get that high strike called, pitch 1, you go right back to it. Hard pitch to catch up to.
We got a flat tire.
Yeah. Guaranteed in Little League.
Of course.
At least a few. Won't double knot it either.
Give them credit for tying it. How many Little Leaguers say, oh, we're good. And all of a sudden they'll blow a tire when they're trying to chase a ball down. In the 76th edition of the Little League World Series, the United States has 38 titles. The international side has 37.
Time.
You'll see Zino Everett over there, the manager for Curaçao. He's emotional. He's going to bring energy. He talks about getting 18 outs today.
Speed pitch and a foul ball. We'll hear a lot of Zino Everett down there at third once the game gets going. You'll get a lot of that.
Right on cue.
0-2, and he blew us it by him for the first out and strikeout of the game. Let's go around the horn, set the defense behind Ollie Parks. At third base is the big hitter. That's Louis Lappe. You slide to his left. There's Brody Brooks. He's outstanding. Colby Lee is your second baseman. And at first is Jackson Kalish. In the outfield from left to right, Declan McRoberts in left. Max Baker with all his hair is in center. And that's a good pitch to start as well. And then Lennon Salazar is the right fielder. All of them playing fairly deep. Shamar Jacobus, 2 for 10 with a double. Steps up behind 0-1. And he blew that one by him as well. Maybe a little nerves against Wiel, but after that, a lot of strikes from Ollie Parks.
And you're seeing the difference here. Curaçao, they were fake bunting a lot the game before against Chinese Taipei. A little more aggressive here. Strategy coming into this game.
On the corner, strike 3. Caught looking. Jacobus, back-to-back punch-outs for Ollie Parks.
All it takes is one strike to get him going. 4 straight balls to start off the game. Common nerves gets that strike. Keldorf coming out talking to him. And Parks is mowing him down.
Parks is 5'7", weighs 112 pounds, and that first pitch is called a strike. His goal, if it's not baseball, he wants to be an actor. And Jim Carrey is his favorite actor. 0-2. Parks was the kid that after California lost in the regionals, he pitched the next day, and he was outstanding. Picked his team back up. They've had their backs against the wall a couple times this summer.
Zino Everett just telling his team in the dugout, the hitter's about to come up. It's going to be a wide zone. Be ready to swing.
That one misses. It ends a streak of 11 straight strikes after that walk. And not a bad one there. See if he would get Joshua Acosta to chase. That's a little off as well to even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off, and now goes Wiel to second base. A rare pass ball past Keldorf. That is the first of the World Series for California.
Tell you what, that's really good if you ask me. If you have a good catcher on the squad, that only helps you. The first one, kudos to Keldorf. Performance of a lifetime behind the plate right now.
Very good arms in the outfield. Wiel does have good speed. Can Acosta get him in? That's inside. That's ball 4. All right, we got 2 walks now in the inning. 2 men on for Alexander Provacia, one of those 5 that were here last year. The outfield goes into a dramatic shift with the right-handed hitter up, suggesting they don't think he'll be able to pull the ball. And now they start to move Baker, the center fielder, back a little bit towards center. Yeah, now they're playing a little bit more conventional. They went into a pretty significant shift out there.
That they did. The 4 through 7 batters for Curaçao, 2 for 37 in this Little League World Series. They're going to have to pick it up today if they want to win.
That was a really good pitch in there to Provacia. He's the second baseman. He's 1 for 9, 3 walks. He has struck out 5 times. And the other tire got flat.
Don't double on it.
Is there a secret to tying shoes that
there he goes.
Keep them tied? There you go.
Double knot.
Alexander at the plate, 5'3", 101 pounds. And he was late there, 0-2. His grandfather coached and won the 2004 Little League World Series, but that was before Alex was even born. That was the Jurickson Profar team in 2004. He's gone. He strikes out 3 in the inning. They will strand 2. And when we come back to Lamini and the Little League World Series, the big bats of California. Top of the order, due up. Manager of the team is Danny Boley. Tim Abrams and Eddie Lee are his assistants. He's been involved in sports and athletics at a variety of levels on the West Coast. Volleyball really was the first coaching experience that he had, and then he got a chance to coach his son His son Quinn Boley will bat 8th. You can see there are no positions next to 3 of these kids. They are extra hitters. And all 12 will come to the plate before we go back to the top. And the top is where all the noise has come from. Brody Brooks, Louis Lappe, Jackson Kalish, Lucas Keldorf, and Max Baker. Big test today for Sean Severi, 5'7", 123. And Brooks just keeps getting on. First pitch is a good one. For Severi, this is his 3rd game, his 2nd start. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings. He struck out 8, walked 4, given up 3 runs, all of them earned.
For both of these teams, they've got their ace kind of waiting. Maybe close it out. Curaçao, it's Jay-Dlynn Wiel.
Set up outside, they'll challenge him. Ooh, that was one he's going to probably need against at least the top of the order.
Severi with 2-pitch pitcher, fastball, curveball, mid-60s. Will reach out at 70 at some times.
Brooks fouls that off. 11 runs, which is 2 shy of the Little League record of 13 that was set in 1996. The amazing number for Brody Brooks, and there's a lot of them. He has not struck out once in Williamsport, not one time. He's 11 for 14. Now he's got 2 strikes. And he won't strike out here. This is a tough play. Jacobus bare hands, throws it high and away. And getting back to first will be Brooks. They'll likely give him another hit. And that would make him 12 for 15.
Jess, as you know, when you're hot, those are the hits you're going to get all the time. Got jammed there. First time we've seen him get jammed in a long time, but guess what? Hit it to where nobody's at, and guess what? We got a runner on first base and another knock.
And Louis Lappe. That one down the line, but it's going to go foul.
It just comes off different. We see at least 1 or 2 hitters, Rob, every year where it's like, no, this one's different. That's Louis Lappe. In fact, his last home run was just a pop fly, but it went over the wall.
He is 6 foot 1 inch, 153 pounds. He had 5 RBI yesterday and hit his 4th home run. Good off-speed pitch. That's fouled at the plate. A little bit more of a prototypical 2023 power hitter. It is home runs. There are some strikeouts in there. While Brooks hadn't struck out at all, Lappe has struck out 4 times. He hasn't walked at all either. 0-2. And that is a hard single into left field. And there they go again. The top 2 in the order reach base again. It is the 16th time Brooks and Lappe have come up in the same inning, and they have scored in 13 of the previous 15.
Yeah, both of them just have to look. Every time they get into the box, it's one of those things, something good is going to happen. There's a couple of guys I can think of, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani. When they get in the box, look out. They just feel comfortable. They look comfortable. They've just been doing it all Little League World Series.
It doesn't get much easier here when the 6-footer Jackson Kalish steps in. He's 5 for 12. Ooh, he was ready for that. Just missed it, fouled it straight back, and it's 0-1. He had a triple the other night that he pulled down the first baseline, and it went right over the bag. Felicia is even with the bag at first. Gets the call outside corner. Severi looking for out number 1. Got it there. Kalish gone, and that's a big strikeout.
What you're seeing from Curaçao, when the going gets tough, they find ways to get guys out, whether it's a defensive play or this. 0-2 fastball coming right at you.
Cleanup hitter in this great batting order is Lucas Keldorf. He is the catcher, son of the former Carolina quarterback Chris Keldorf. That one driven to center field. Fernandez back off the bottom of the wall. Brooks being being chased by Lappe. They're both going to score. Keldorf delivers the first 2 of the game with a double. They are impossible to keep down. That is his 3rd double.
Especially when the ball is up. I mean, that's exactly what these Cali hitters do. They meet that ball up. The goal for Curaçao is actually to keep it down, and you can see why when you get it up in the zone as Lappe comes in yelling. 2 singles and a big double from Lucas Keldorf.
Keldorf again, the son of Chris Keldorf. His mom was a terrific swimmer, Michelle. If the baseball playing thing doesn't work out, he wants to be a coach at the Division I level, partly because he said his coaches have had such a positive influence on him his entire life, especially his dad as a coach too. So he's at second, mom is smiling big time, and here's Max Baker, another good hitter. And this one to center. Fernandez is there for the out. And that'll be the 2nd out on the first pitch. Baker lines out to center.
Tell you what, when you're on the on-deck circle, you're watching how Severi pitches. He's been throwing fastballs. That's who he got. Kalish out. Keldorf comes up, ready for one, drives it up the middle. And then Baker says, you know what, I'll be waiting for one too.
And here comes Jay-Dlynn Wiel. He's your left fielder today. He's 3 for 8, and he's got a good eye. He's walked 5 times. And there is an example of that. It's 1-0. Talked at the top about Brooks and Lappe. They get on, they generally get in, and they do again here to start things off. Two and 0 from the 12-year-old. That's better. Right at the knees, strike 1, 2-1. The wind is actually blowing out, and it's blowing to right field. That's exactly where Lappe hit his home run yesterday. Got it up into a little jet stream, and it kept going. There are the 2 flags that you see here when you're looking out at the hill. Well, 3-1, dangerous count. Called, strike 2. Jay-Dlynn, a pitcher himself, thought maybe that was a little bit high. And then he apologizes to the home plate umpire, said, sorry, that's on me, shouldn't have left. And then he strikes out. So they do get 2. California, Justin Frage has scored in the first inning in all 7 games they played.
And that does not bode well for Curaçao. But the big dog Keldorf coming up, first pitch swinging, hands through, hitting that ball hard, just right back up to center field, 1 hop in the wall, and El Segundo back home at George Brett Field going crazy.
They ran into a buzzsaw last year, and that team from Hawaii, remember Hawaii outscored opponents 60-5 over 6 games. Sebi.
Carl, 19 years on from winning it all here in Williamsport. Jonathan Scope joins me. How does it feel to be back at the Little League World Series, my man?
Feel awesome, man. Feel awesome. You know, be here to support the kids, support my country, and cheer the kids on.
And anybody who thinks Jonathan just got here today, my man's basically playing taxes in Central Pennsylvania. You've been here since what? Like last week?
Been last week, you know, I came here for 1 game, but I have to stay with the kids and watch them and support them.
What's it been like? What kind of messages you giving him? I know you know Zeno for a long time. You said you're giving him his space, but you have been with the kids a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've been with the kids a little bit, you know, support them and tell them to stay together, don't get mad at each other and support each other. You know, if you don't do it, you know, cheer them on, tell them you're going to do it. And you don't do it, tell them you will do it for me. So cheer you guys on and stay together. Stay together because that's all you have, you know. Stay together and focus in and go play baseball.
And what's the story with you and Zino Everett, the manager? Y'all have known each other for basically forever, right?
Yeah, forever. I know Zino since Skip, you know, forever. We live in the same neighborhood, so, you know, I know a long time ago.
It's been a long time since you were playing here in Little League that Curaçao won a title. What would it mean for this to go back to the island?
And it means a lot. It means a lot for the island, you know, to honor again, you know, and put Tyler on our name, you know. And I think we have a chance to do it. You know, we just got to stay in the game. It's a lot of baseball left, and get good at best, and we're gonna do it.
Your success here obviously led to a great major league career. What's your time here getting ready for the bigs?
Really important, you know. From here, I started to taste a little bit of big league because after the game, they interview you, you know, they talk with you, you know, and you feel special, you know. And from here, it start and then keep going all the way to the major.
And back on the island, how much excitement is there about this team right now?
Man, I wish you down there to see, you know. It's excitement. Everybody on TV watching and everybody watching the game and supporting the games.
Sebby, that's Deshaun Winkler, and that is his first hit. He is a returning player. He had been 0 for 10. And he can post. That feels good. And now there are 2 on and nobody out. And thanks to Sebby and Jonathan Scope. Clean hit. You think back to that 2004 World Series, you had Profar and Scope. Think about the other guys that were here that year. Randall Gritchick was here with a Richmond, Texas team. Christian Bethencourt was with Panama. Michael Conforto was playing for a Redmond, Washington team. Bunt foul.
What's just fun to think about is these kids, and you know, you want to follow like 10, 15 years. How many of them, where do they end up? What are they doing? Having a reunion like you're having now, 25 years later?
It goes by fast, too, so.
Too fast, right?
Oh, man. Seems like yesterday.
Jaden Lorenz Marti pops that up, and now Holly Parks has him 0-2. Now you think about some of these kids that have played here, the bigger ones, but like remember Weir, the pitcher for Canada, and how dominant he was. It just felt like, yep, there's a bright future there. On the corner, in there for strike 3.
Seen a lot bigger swings from Curaçao. Ollie Parks recognizes, watch him front door this breaking ball, makes him pause. You see that front hip trigger, Comes right back over the plate. Strike 3.
And here is the pitching star from yesterday against Chinese Taipei, Helmeyer. And that's ball 1. He kept them off balance all day. We had Chinese Taipei out here earlier in a consolation game, and they were swinging and they were hitting the ball and putting it in play. It really was a credit to what Helmeyer was able to do yesterday. He was incredible. The outside pitch called a strike to even it up at 1. And a slow roller. Brooks flips to first. They got a double play. What a turn by Colby Lee, and a 6-4-3 double play keeps Curaçao off the board. Look at Frazier. He just dropped his headset.
Yeah. He's out.
He's out.
Ridiculous.
Crew O'Connor now, and then Quinn Boley and Ollie Parks. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Look, you guys know it. Yesterday, they walked Colby Lee twice. It allowed the top of the order to come back up. You've got to make your hay if you're Curaçao and get this part of the order out. And there's a little liner there to Provacia, and he makes the play. Praise for the best coverage in the cam. Let's check out the T-Mobile cam.
Love that. Get a behind the scenes look here. What Ben Sprague Jr. is looking at.
In the batter's box.
Left-hander Quinn Boley up. And you can see he's sort of just over the shoulder of Boley. Swing and a miss. He did not stand directly behind the catcher.
I've heard about that too as well. I always talk to umpires. I said, why do you do that? Why do you stay inside? Because foul balls directly come straight back. They're looking to help him out with concussions.
I like that. That makes a lot of sense. That's 0-2. Does it make it a little more difficult to call the outside pitch when you're over there, do you think?
Without a doubt. It has to be a guess if you want the truth. So they set up outside. I would move outside. If they set up in, why not stay in?
1 ball, 1 strike. Good swing from Quinn. He's got 2 hits at the Little League World Series. Always a delicate situation there when Dad is manager of the team. But he and his dad have an amazing relationship. It's a very close-knit group. On a 1-2, whoop.
Nice. Hard to get challenged.
Flashback to Manny Ramirez. Remember the diving catch he made on the relay throw from Johnny Damon years ago?
This should have been a top 10.
It was a diving play by Marty behind the plate.
We've seen some of the best catching. David Ross would be so proud. He used to be here, Little League World Series, and do catcher breakdowns all the time, but that's probably why we've had such competitive games, the catchers.
Huge pitch to start this one. 3-2, and he got him. Second out of the inning. Little League wants to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors, Dick's Sporting Goods, T-Mobile. They help maintain the strength, the leadership of this growing Little League program. I'd also like to thank its dedicated volunteers, and we do too. Thank you, volunteers. You make the program a special experience for millions of children. Volunteers include those that, cook the burgers and the dogs, take the kids to and from the park, parents, the coaches, all of them. In there for a strike, Ollie Parks. Now 0-2, and this is a California team that's very difficult to retire in order. Oh-2 from Severi. On the ground to second. Careful for the in-between hop. Pravazzi is there. And they do go 1-2-3. Rare in the second inning. Welcome back to ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series. It's presented by T-Mobile. Todd Frazier, Jessica Mendoza, Julie Foudy, Sebastian Salazar. Hey, on Thursday, Volunteer Stadium hosted the 5th annual T-Mobile Little League Home Run Derby Championship. It was great. Congratulations to this year's winners. Ronan McCray from San Diego, California, 50 homers to win the baseball championship. And then Hannah Haxton from Johnston, Iowa. Her second derby, 38 big flies, 18 in the softball championship.
Go up and get you some, Hannah.
More than 10,000 kids from across the country and Puerto Rico participated in local competitions ahead of the championship in Williamsport, with each participating league receiving an equipment donation from T-Mobile. Congratulations to all. The Fousters down here.
Ravi, I've got Ollie Parks, the pitchers, parents, and Sheena and Mike, and I always do a parent-pitcher check-in. Sheena, I can't even imagine, usually just Little League World Series is stressful enough, then to find out your kid's taking them out on the big title game. How are you doing? How's he doing?
I'm not well. I'm sure he's fine. I'm just trying to have fun.
I am not well. He actually was like, Julie, I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous. It's the first game. When I asked him pregame, I'm like, oh, people don't usually say that. Mike, nicknames don't typically get by me, but this one did. What is the origin story of Unicorn for Ollie?
So I'm sure he has another reason, but what I've heard from the coaches is he has two different pitching styles, and we really don't know what's going to show up on certain days. I mean, whenever he gets into the game, he sticks to it, but he comes out of a stretch or he'll come out of a windup. He's had success with both, so I don't know. He's a unicorn. You can't recreate his pitching style, I guess.
You just keep it as it is. He also put in his bio that he wants to be an actor, which I thought was fantastic when he grows up. So I said to him, you want to be an actor? And he goes, yeah, and I can cry on command. And I said, okay, let's see it. He goes, no, I'm having too much fun. There's no crying. It's pure joy.
I mean, that sounds like something he would say. He's definitely, he has a flair for the dramatic.
Well, he's doing a great job tonight. I know you guys are having a good time here, so enjoy this tournament, as stressful as it is. Have fun. You're going to be great. You're gonna be great.
Fine.
There you go. That'll help put a smile on their face. A strikeout. That's his 5th of the game. He just got one, Cleto Ferreras. And while you see mom and dad there, let's meet Ollie. It's brought to you by Dollar Car Rental. History, the player or actor, and he likes his steak medium rare, like everyone should have their steak. Baked potato on the side, and he's good to go. And he's pitching really well here. Now you get to the bottom of the order, and this is the last hitter for them, the 12th. They'll turn it around. Javeri Felicia has had success. A lot of these teams, you find out, like to use their last hitter, in this case the 12th, to kind of turn the lineup over and get things going, and he's 3 for 7 in the series.
Kind of like a second leadoff. Finding a way to get on, get your big guns up coming up next, see what they can do.
Wiel, who walked his first time up, Jay-Dlynn Wiel is on deck. We're in the top of the third, 6-inning game. Championship here, and Parks could take it himself, but he flips to his buddy Kalish, 2 down.
This is huge right here. You got your best hitter coming up with 2 outs in the third. Parks having an unbelievable outing right now through 2 2/3.
Just the 1 hit. Curaçao has managed only 11 runs this series, which is the fewest by a team entering a championship since the expansion in 01. You got to go back to the Washington, the Kirkland team that won it all in 82. Slow roller, and it's going to trickle all the way into center field. So Jay-Dlynn Wiel is aboard for the 2nd time.
Some aggressive swings, too. I mean, that was just 1 strike. Definitely not a strike off the end of the bat. Let him go reach, find this one. See an eyeball just past the reach of Ollie Parks.
And that is the 12th hit of the World Series for Curaçao, which matches the total of Brody Brooks. He's got 12 too. On the inside corner, there's a strike. Monsieur Elosais, he struck out his first time up.
If there was ever need of a huge hit here again, Elosais has done it once before. This at bat, very big for Curaçao.
Outside, and a good job again by Keldorf behind home. Curaçao's got a reputation well earned. They win close games at the World Series. They are by 2 or fewer the last 2 years. And this one is into left. That's going to get down. Another good job by Elosais. And here comes Curaçao 2 on with 2 out.
Jess, again, 3 innings in a row, getting 2 runners on. Fortunate for them, they got the 3-hole hitter coming up in Jacobus. This is a time they got to start doing damage here, man. 3rd time around.
Good looking swing by Elosais, their 3rd hit of the day. They had one yesterday in their win. And just to punctuate that point, the fact that it's 2-0, 9 of their last 10 wins for Curaçao by 2 or less. That is a swing. And a good start for Parks against Jacobus. And again, McRoberts, Baker, Salazar, all good arms out there in the outfield if he gets one there. Ooh, what a catch by Keldorf.
That has been the difference, is you got to earn your runs. And you think about getting runners on base just station to station because of Keldorf stopping the pass ball or the wild pitch.
Yep, that's huge. You're at 2nd and 3rd right now. A wild pitch would get you a run. A hit would get you 2. So now they do move up to 2nd and 3rd. He couldn't get that. But because he got the one before, it's still 2-0. And now a huge chance for Shmar Jacobus. Back up the middle, that's going to bring Wiel in, and they will hold Elosais. He's got to get back. Did he get his hand in? Yes. Jacobus an RBI single. It's 2-1. 3 consecutive hits for Curaçao. All with 2 outs.
3rd opportunity with runners on. Looks like 3rd time's a charm, driving the ball right back up the middle. That's how you teach it. Good hold by Zino at 3rd base, just getting back into 3rd. We got a little action here from Curaçao.
Joshua Acosta. Ball 1.
This is a time, Ravi, I think you take a chance here, try and get the guy to 2nd base, maybe getting a run down. Curaçao's very good at these opportunities when they get rundowns.
Kino had thought that Ollie Parks had started this motion and then stopped. It did not appear as if any of the umpires had seen it. So it's a 1-0 to Acosta with runners at first and third. And a slow roll to Lee. He fields it cleanly and fires to first for the out. Solid defense by Lee. Good hitting by Curaçao. Wiel, Elosice, Jacobus. It's a one-run game to the bottom of the third. Yeah, the idea that Carl Stotts had a long time ago has worked out brilliantly. As you see, this incredible complex now in central Pennsylvania. About 3 hours each to Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And from where we are, it's about 30 seconds to the hill where we find Julie and Sebi. What are we doing?
Well, we got a little limited edition merch going on.
Okay.
How nice is this swaggin' shirt? And you know how I like me this launcher, Ravi. So Sebi is out in the field. He has no idea that he's about to get maimed. He may lose limbs out there. It's dangerous. I cannot believe he decided to do that. Oh, and I found Texas. Look at Arispe, Raven. Day-Day Martin is there. Ready? Let's go. Fail. Hold on. We got to put the mic right here. I need 2 hands for this. Okay. It's a fail. First one's a fail. Oh, fail again.
2 strikes, Julie. 1 more, you're out.
Come on. Give me a third chance. Give me a third chance. We got to open this bad boy up. All right, ready? Okay. Ready? 1, 2.
That's it. Strike 3. Julie out.
Oh, fail on the t-shirts. We're gonna work on it.
Throw him. Kick him.
Finley Green fouls that one off. Back down here on planet Earth. Finley Green, Colby Lee, Lennon Salazar. Another very big inning for Sean Severi. You have 10, 11, and 12. And then you get back to the top of the order. He can retire these 3, Frege, after you just get 1 run. It's huge.
Absolutely must have here.
1-2, slow roller foul. Since the loss to Texas, this offense of California has absolutely caught fire. That was the first game against Texas. They since came back and beat them. DJ Jablonski shut them down. But since then, their offense has averaged 5.5 runs a game. And as a team, they're hitting about 360. Strike 3, looking. 4th strikeout for Severi. Seems to be settling in here against the bottom of the order. This was really one of the keys yesterday, guys, as Colby Lee, the 11th hitter, twice got walked. And that allowed the Brooks-Lappe combo to come back up.
Hasn't had a hit in the tournament, but some huge at-bats. In fact, he's had 8 straight balls. The 2 walks he had to come around to score.
He's been terrific at second base. Colby steps in there. He's 5 feet. He weighs 88 pounds.
That's a good pitch right there. Sprague thought that might have been a little bit up. Got to get those calls if you're Curaçao.
Drills the glove there. Lee has been involved in 10 plays. He's got 10 assists out there, including a pretty double play earlier. Critical pitch and a 2-1 count. They'll check the first base umpire. No swing, and now it turns in favor of the hitter. Big time 3-1.
Just a gritty hitter, gritty at bat here. He will take his walks, and that's what makes him a good hitter.
And he draws a walk just like yesterday. Oracle Park tonight, Sunday Night Baseball. Coney, Eduardo, Boog Shambi filling in while I'm here. It'll be a K-Rod cast as well on ESPN2. Of course, the Atlanta Braves keep on rolling. They're 40 games over 500. The Giants in a giant mix right now for the wild card. Baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown starts at 6.
Yes!
Yeah, he did offer at that. So while Lee was walked, Salazar next up. And barring a double play, Brody Brooks is up next. You must have pitched, Todd. I know you did in the championship. Did you ever find a particular size little leaguer more difficult to pitch to? Was it a left-handed hitter versus a right-hander, or didn't matter to you?
No, it's the bigger guys. Those are the guys you didn't want to make a mistake against. Those are the guys that you're pretty much scared to pitch to at the end of the day.
Here's your girl.
Little sis in the Salazar dress.
Never fails to wear the yellow, and it's worked really well for the team. 0-2. And the brother stays alive, fouls that off. It does take a village, doesn't it? It takes a lot of patience to follow these boys and girls around the country and end up here in Williamsport. Chases one there. Salazar is gone. Corinne will continue to root him on. Now what's going to happen? Here comes Brody Brooks, who has been on base in 12 of his last 13 plate appearances.
Zino definitely going to have something to say.
No, hey, that sempre não se queda se qualquer só, não se queda de menos para mais. O peduche só concentrar, saca é alta aqui para mim. É alta aqui. Por vir é o de mais grande para que eu veja aqui. Vira, tá claro? Ok. Concentrar na minha turco tiro beba que do. Opo. Ah.
Well, we'll see if the plan has changed, because when we spoke to Zino before the game, he said we are going to challenge them. We're going to move the ball in and out. We're going to try to go up and down, and in particular try to keep it down, because when it's up, Brooks has hit it out. He ranks first in hits, first in runs scored, and he's second to the guy who's on deck in home runs. Singled on the infield his first time up.
I know the goal against Brooks and Lappe was to keep it down. Try to hit the knees. And give up a hit. Nothing bigger.
And he spins one on the outside corner for a strike. Brooks did score in the first, which was his 12th run, so he is one shy of matching the Little League record of 13 set in '96. Again, the depth of this lineup just makes it so hard to navigate, especially at the top. Lappe on deck, Kalish after that. 2 down. That's way outside, 2-1.
You see the difference here. Everything away. Don't want to be too cute with anything. Find a way. Even if you walk him, I know you got Lappe up next. This is the best hitter here in Williamsport. Got to be very careful.
See his eyes and Lewis's light up. When there's a pitch in the zone, they light up. Here I go again.
How about this? 2.395 on base plus slugging percenters. That is historical number.
2-2. Popped up towards the screen. Oh. And those are the types of things that are happening when you're red hot. So Brooks will get another chance to take a hack at it. Yeah, an OPS of 23.95 with 0 strikeouts. Severy ready. You got him a little off balance here, guys.
See that front hip on the breaking pitch. We saw it on the first pitch. Kind of leaked out a little bit. If you could square that up. You don't want to stay off the fastball, but when you get an off-speed pitch, especially a curveball, keep that front hip closed. He's been perfect this whole series.
Got 2 older brothers, plays wiffle ball in his garage. They have been getting him ready for this moment. And that one is outside, 3-2. We are ready to capture the moment, should there be another one. I have a sense there's a lot of moments already in that camera. They'll be popping up for years to come. Memory, Williamsport.
Challenge.
4th foul.
I think here, if you're Zino, you tell Marti to set up a way, try and get him to reach out for that breaking ball.
And here we go again on a 3-2. They set up outside. He went there, but it's a ball. Close pitch, well pitched at bat there by Severi. And how about the take by Brooks to get on base again? And you can hear the crowd recognize who is coming up. And also Zino coming back out.
Hey, incrível, papa. O pitushi tiraço, ha. O pitushi, guys. As mais leu cubo por aí, bami. Great. Não baba a cabeça, isso é a cabeça. Não, me não quer coi, me não quer coi. Me não quer coi, senão eu vou passar bala para o Wendel. Isso é a cabeça, Nil. Sali fedinho, bami.
So Zino is taking the ball from Sean Severi. We'll have a pitching change. Lewis Lappe's coming up. He's got 9 RBIs. 7 of those have come with 2 outs. Little League stats are provided by Game Changer, the official scorekeeping and stats technology partner of Little League and the Little League World Series. Game Changer now offering free live streaming for regular season local youth games, plus automatic video highlight clips when you stream and score your games. California, Curaçao, tight game here. Pitching change. Jay-Dlynn Wiel is in this game, and by pitching in this one, it gives him 6 appearances this year, which sets the record. Most appearances in a single Little League World Series. So Wiel now has that record. And Lewis Lappe is coming up.
Jay-Dlynn Wiel, 2 pitches. He'll quick pitch for 1, which you need to know about, especially with 2 strikes. Fastball, curveball, and he's going to look at you if he strikes you out, so be prepared.
Both of them be ready. Fastball can be turned around quickly. And instead he went with what looked like a changeup, and it missed down low. 1 ball, no strikes. A little high. We know that the 2011 Little League World Series champion team, the Ocean View Little Leaguers in Huntington Beach, they beat Japan 2-1. They're locked into this one. Seeing if another California team can deliver. 3 balls and no strikes. Maybe the most obvious green light ever in a 3-0 count if he gets a good one.
Oh.
Wow, that's a shocker.
That would be a good one.
He puts the bat on it. The game has changed if it leaves. What will Wiel do? Did he come right back? No, he doesn't. He tried to spin one up there, and that's a back-to-back walk. Brooks and Lappe, and they are loaded. Wondered when a team would try to pitch at least a little more carefully to those 2, and that may have been it. And now you trust Wiel to be able to deal with Jackson Kalish with 2 down. Biggest spot of the game so far. And he pours in a fastball, 0-1.
See the anxiousness against Lappe, kind of calm here against Kalish. He can do damage too as well.
They set up outside. Instead, it's inside, and he delivers. Kalish will plate Lee. Sliding in safely as well as Brooks. Jackson Kalish. It's not just about the top 2. Don't forget about me. 4-1 California.
Simple fastball right down the plate. Finds that 4-hole. This guy can hit too, he said. Listen, hard hit balls, they find holes. Big 2 runs here for California.
And how about Kalish's big hit, his 6th here in Williamsport. It's as big as any they've had all series. 3-run lead, still 2 on, and the breaking pitch is in there for a strike to Keldorf. He had the big hit early. As Brooks touches home, he ties the Little League World Series record. He has scored 13 runs in this series. Ahead on that one is Keldorf. he can get a hit and plate these two, it would be huge. But instead, a little ground ball to Wiel. He goes to first. Brooks and Lappe got walked. Jackson Kalish, the number 3 hitter, does what you want a 3-hitter to do, guys. He delivered both. Welcome back. ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series, presented by T-Mobile. And of course, the final Sunday here in Williamsport for the Little League World Series, which means Steve Keener, the president of Little League International, was handing out some very, very worthy awards. The CEO, Joe Crookham of Musco Sports Lighting, he was the 2022 W. Howard Hartman Little League Friendship Award winner. It was unfortunate weather during that time, so he was there today, as was the Pizik family. They are the 2023 W. Howard Hartman Little League Friendship Award winners. It was presented in honor of the late Bill Pizik and his father, Ed. Together with his dad, Ed, and Stan Musial, a member of the Hall of Fame, Bill Pizik organized a fundraising drive to help finance the building of Little League International. And a great scene right there. The Hall of Excellence today welcomed our good friend, the late Stuart Scott, 62nd member enshrined in the Hall of Excellence. You got a chance to see his 2 daughters there, Sydney and Taylor, who gave wonderful speeches on behalf of Stuart. The V Foundation and founding partner ESPN, of course, a long-standing commitment to health equity, and established the Stuart Scott Memorial Cancer Research Fund in memory of the beloved ESPN sportscaster, which he was. We invite everybody to please visit v.org/Stuart and make donations in his memory. Congratulations to the Scott family. Well, today it's really been Keldorf and Kalish. They've delivered the big hits. They've driven in 2 each. And yes, Brooks has scored twice. Lappe ended up at 3rd in the last inning. He's got a run. And Colby Lee in the middle of everything every time he gets walked. Here's a good bunt. That's a fair ball. Oh, what a play. Lucas Keldorf. Spin to win as he pounced out on that ball.
Putting on a clinic back there. I mean, the balls that he's been able to stop, but how about him going out and then the spin move with the accurate throw? How many times does that end up in right field? Not with Keldorf behind the plate, pouncing, making that play.
And the ball had some English on it too. Came back to him, scooped it, made the right idea of turning, throwing, firing it as hard as he can. Huge play.
Great play by Keldorf, and starts off Seferi with a strike. They do have Brody Brooks, who's the closer on this team, available. And here's one on the ground to Lee at 2nd, and he makes everything look smooth over there. Those 2 runs that last half feel very, very big. You want your kid to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Chinese Taipei, I don't know if you all saw it, after they won this morning, the whole team, including the translator, came out and laid on the grass for a picture with all sorts of smiles and giggles and joy. And we certainly will remember the big kid Fawn, who was throwing 80 miles an hour all tournament on the mound. Now there's a name to kind of watch to see where he ends up in his professional life when it comes to being a baseball player and a pitcher.
Yeah, his manager Lee Shengda talked about him being once-in-a-lifetime pitcher, and I couldn't agree with him anymore. He was fascinating as a person, but unbelievable as a pitcher.
Good pitch there, Ollie Parks. If there are 2 different versions of them, this is the really good one. He's working really quickly, and he is throwing strikes. On the ground is short. Watch Brooks' arm. Oh. That's what you do after you score 2. You come out and you throw a 6-pitch inning and get the big boys in blue back up. They lead it 4-1 at the bottom of the 4th. The emotions of Williamsport. Today, while Lappe is scoring, Wiel was the one on the mound, the best player on this Curaçao team that gave up the big hit. And for the first time really in this series, it's great to see the depth kind of play out. You got a chance to see Kalish drive in too, and of course Lucas Keldorf. Game Track is brought to you by Geico. California has made the title game 24 times in 50 trips to Williamsport. They have 115 wins.
I know that guy.
At Williamsport, Texas is 2nd with 70. They are up 4-1. Parks has pitched a beautiful game. We give Danny Boley credit. You know, the manager and his coaches, they know exactly what the talent was capable of. They still have Brooks out there if they want to use him. And here they bat with a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 4th, and that ball is pulled down the line. That's a fair ball. Run, Max, run. Max Baker looks up. He hits second. And he will pull into third with a stand-up triple. What a start to the bottom of the 4th.
Again, one of those free swingers. Did the same thing last at bat, swung at the first pitch, lined out to center field. This time get out in front of one and run as far as you can go.
So Wiel deals to Nick Roberts, and he threw that one wide, 1-0. That's off. In its 24th Little League World Series title game, they've won 7 of them. And both the 24 appearances and 7 titles, the most of any state. That's on the corner. Way out in front of that one. That Huntington Beach team that won, remember, it was Nick Prado who had an RBI single in the bottom of the 6th inning. A very tight game against Japan, 2-1. Here, 4-1. As California tries to do it again. Good off speed from Wiel to get Nick Roberts. 55th U.S. Open. Tennis begins tomorrow, 11 straight hours of coverage on ESPN. It starts at noon Eastern. Turn the page to tennis. ESPN Deportes coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern. And as always, you can watch every point live on the ESPN app.
Billie Jean King Tennis Center.
Oh, yeah. Really cool event. Great event every year. Another reminder, fall is fast approaching. Say goodbye to Williamsport. You have football, and you have the United States Open Tennis Tournament. Crew O'Connor, that's a single, that's an RBI. And give it up for Crew O'Connor. He's on the board now. His first hit at the Little League World Series and an RBI.
That smile, not just proud mama, but to have your first hit be here in the championship game, runner on third base, and just find a hole to the 5-6 side. Get another run for your Cali team.
Beautiful. Good for Crew, bad for Curaçao, 5-1. Wayne Boley a little late on that fastball. Good swing. Oh, 0-2 to Boley. A relentless attack from California. Quick pitch, too high. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 here in the 4th so far. Boley is gone. Julie, what do you got?
Ravi, I found the Monet Davis in the house. And of course, Monet, you were with the 2014 Pennsylvania team, Tanny Dragons. Is that right? Okay, phew. So good to see you every year. How fun is it to come back and watch it all still?
It's always super fun. Just being here as a spectator is a lot better than, you know, kind of working and being all over the place to get to really enjoy some good baseball.
Yeah, and we had some Stella Weaver in the house as well. I'm sure you were watching her. What'd you think? That had to bring back a lot of memories.
Yeah, it's been cool. You know, I heard this. She was the 4th girl 4 years in a row to be here, so it was always cool. And for me to be her inspiration is always super cool. So hopefully one day I get to, you know, talk to her on the phone or something, and just get to just ask about her experience here.
Yeah, she did mention she wanted to chat with you, so make that happen because that will be special. She is a special one. I think she had 4 hits here. She was the 7th female to be on the mound like you, so it did bring back a lot of Monet-esque reaction from everyone, which was fun to see. What are you doing now? Tell me.
I'm starting my master's program at Columbia this fall, so
Woo.
I should start right after Labor Day.
You are getting your master's. Crazy you think it's almost 10 years since you were out here.
Crazy. Insane.
Hey, great to see you, my friend. Keep doing what you're doing.
What's up with the Dodger hat on Monet?
She worked at the Dodgers, was an intern this summer.
There you go.
Video choreographer. She had so much fun. She wants to get involved in the front office MLB, but it changes like every 2 months for her because she's got all these options now, getting her master's at Columbia. Awesome to see.
Strikeout, the wild pitch, even though first base was occupied with 2 outs on a ball that gets away on the 3rd strike. The runner can run down to first as the runner at first heads to second. So that's why Holly Parks on a strikeout, even with first occupied, is able to get there. So they keep the inning going. And Green lays down a bunt that's foul.
Think about the more runners that get on, the more
that's right
opportunities you get to the Bash brothers, Brooks and Lappe, right around the corner.
Good pitch by Wiel. He gets credited with 4 strikeouts.
Is that the side?
He struck out the side and one. The Little League Baseball World Series here on ABC is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. And a reminder, you can always find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles @Little League. Follow the action, join the conversation with LLWS. Stella Weaver, big story for you when you look back on this 2023 Little League World Series, Jess?
Absolutely. And we've seen a lot of girls here, but she made some history, Rav. I loved watching her play. Stella and the fellas, how much credit she gave to her teammates. But ultimately, how many young girls are going to be here because of her? Because of Monet? Keeps getting paid
Next
for it.
generation feels that way. What about you, Fresh? For me, it was the Seattle-Washington team. I thought they were as competitive a team and as well-coached a team, you know, that I had seen in a long time, and certainly having Cuba here was a big deal. How about you?
Yeah, I think Cuba was a big deal here. First-timers coming in here, getting their first win ever as a country, and we know they'll be back next year.
Never disappoints, just keeps getting better and better and bigger and bigger. And the New York Yankees and Detroit Tigers will be part of the MLB Classic next year. Imagine Aaron Judge kind of roaming the hills here. I mean,
Get him down the hill.
talk about a multi-sport athlete. I mean, he was a dynamite football player with his ability to catch touchdowns as a tight end. He'll preach the multi-sport thing for sure. Growing up in California, great basketball player. We obviously know what he can do on a baseball field. So Aaron Judge, the Yankees, and the Detroit Tigers in town next year.
And Mickey's going to come back. Put it out there now.
2-2, top 5. Swing and a miss from Jaden Lorenz Marti.
Beautiful breaking ball. We've seen it both sides of the plate. Holly Park's not afraid to front door it and get the chase away.
You guys have talked about what a weapon Lucas Keldorf has been behind the plate. And our researcher here, Mike Notaro, has given us this stat. Tell me how good this one is. So Keldorf has now handled 666 pitches at catcher with 1 pass ball.
That's a heck of a stat.
667
he counts
pitches,
all of those.
1 pass ball.
It's incredible. There's nothing better
It's impossible
on a Little League team than have a guy that you know behind the plate you don't have to worry about. Absolutely incredible.
How many runs that saves.
And extra pitches on your pitcher's arm, all those things. For years, we marveled at the Japanese catcher. He was always kind of a smaller kid, and he was an absolute goaltender back there. And you can see how other countries have put a big value on catching, and Keldorf has been unbelievable.
And he got the big hit to boot.
Huge hit. Helmer, 3-1, 3-2.
A little late on that fastball, 3-1. You got to get out in front, try and drive that thing down the line.
You went David Price yesterday. Watching him here, a little bit of Dontrell Willis up there, too. A little bit of D-Train.
His hitting style, most definitely.
Agora que eu bati 3-1, vamos saber tomar mais, entende?
Smile, it's all good.
He's thrown 74 pitches.
Get on the mound, bro. Hey, I know you do. Get on the mound. Hey, I know you want to still pitch, but hey, look what you did for us. Turn around and look what you did for us. Hey, did way more than what we asked you to do, and now it's about time to finish the job, right? Hey, right? Love you, brother. Hey, go out and play some left field for me, okay? Let's rock and roll, bro.
It looks like Kalish is going to come in from first base and not Brooks from short. And they sent Parks out to left field. Kalish is the one that ran in and got a new glove. They'll try to finish this off. We still have time to go. Top of the fifth, California, 5-1. Well, a few minutes ago, we talked about the United States Open, and a reminder, football is back. Thursday night football. When are the Gators going to have a ranking next to their emblem? We haven't seen Florida's football program. Let's return to some prowess. It's the 14th ranked Utah against Florida, Thursday, 8 Eastern on ESPN and the app. We're going to get the Gators back, huh?
I'm excited. Love when football season's right around, well, it just started. Notre Dame coming out hot in Ireland. Let's see how this playoff format fits after this year, too. More guys, more teams in.
It'll be different. It will be different. The ever-changing landscape of college sports. Back here, we're delighted to talk about Little League.
Yes.
And Kalish sends his first pitch down and in. This is Juan Cleto Ferreras, the number 11 hitter in the order, and then it's Felicia, a good hitter at 12, and back to the top. With one out, maybe a chance here for Curaçao to get it to be interesting. That one is at the knees and a called strike. That one does get away. We just talked about the pass balls, and a rare one there by Keldorf. And down to second base goes Helmier. They're going to call it a wild pitch.
Yeah, just one of those. He thought it was going to hit the glove. Not even his fault. He's got to go down to two knees there. What are you going to do?
They asked if Cleto had swung the bat. The first base ump said no.
He was bunning.
Kalish, a big kid, 6 feet and 170. Ooh, way inside. 3 balls and a strike. The manager, Boley, has Brooks in his back pocket if he wants him to come in and pitch as well. Good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
We saw a lot of this yesterday against Chinese Taipei, the old fake bunt, try and draw a walk.
Way inside, that is going to be ball 4. So 2 men aboard. Kalish's first guy, he sees, he walks. And now Javier Felicia. A little bit high. Little League World Series, remember the first 10 titles were won by United States teams. The international teams didn't show up until 1957, and that was the Monterrey, Mexico famous World Series title. On the 1-0. That's another one that's a little high, 2-0. The West has won 12 titles between California's 7, Hawaii's 4, Kirkland, Washington's at 82. Gets the call on the corner and a big pitch. Instead of 3-0, it's 2-1.
We talk about the bottom of the lineup on both teams, fighting their way to get on base, looking for a walk.
Just like that, it's squared up 2-2. Curaçao beat Australia, Venezuela, lost to Chinese Taipei, then beat Mexico, and then beat Taipei 2-0. That's a little bit high, and we're full.
Just keeps rubbing his arm, stretching his arm.
Notice that.
I don't know if he's tight.
His elbow, is he pointing to something there?
There's something definitely bugging him.
What's going on?
Just so, like it's not loose. It's tight.
Okay. Max! He's so arms tight, sore, hurt, injury. So I'm gonna change him out.
Okay.
Still wanna play first?
Yeah.
All right, go to first, go back to third. Lennon, go to center. Go to right, Declan. Hey, give us 2 outs here. Hey, come here. Hey, have some fun. Fix that hat, because the hat falls off, it's gonna destroy you from running.
So you heard Jackson say he just couldn't get that arm loose of his, so they'll move Kalish back to first.
Yeah, he went right to it after that pitch.
You'd rather have a kid, right? Tell you, like, it hurts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A tricep, a lot of integral parts in the elbow at 12 years old. You don't want to take a chance here.
I give him a lot of credit too, because that's not easy to do. Look in the dugout. I think he was trying to hint to them a bunch. Kept shaking his arm, stretching it.
So they go to Max Baker, not Brooks here yet. Brooks has pitched a couple of times here recently, so he's probably saved him if he can. And let's go over how we got to where we got to. Big shot early in this game from California. It came off the bat of Keldorf. It was a 2 RBI double. That made it 2-zip. Third inning, they added 2 more. But first, Curaçao placed 1. That came in the top of the third. And it felt like a really tight game at 2-1, but this is the big hit from Kalish. After walks to Brooks and Lappe, he delivered a single. It scored Lee and Brooks. Brooks ties the Little League World Series record for runs scored with 13. Drew O'Connor delivered his first hit. It was an RBI. And that is where we're at right now. California with a 5-1 lead, trying to win the Little League World Series. Be the first team from California since that Huntington Beach crew did it in 2011. Max Baker, who's had a difficult time keeping that hat on. There's been a bit of a trend. Every time he throws a fastball, it flies off. Breaking pitch, it stays on. Probably not going to see that tonight from the pitchers on the mound in San Francisco or Atlanta. Oracle Park is where the Sunday night baseball team will be tonight. Eduardo and Coney will be joined by Boog Shambi. You can see the K-Rod cast on ESPN2. San Francisco finds itself, after losing a couple here to Atlanta, behind in that wild card race, led by Philadelphia and then everybody else, and it is packed. 6 Eastern baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown kicks it all off. Max Baker, 1 out, first pitch, and this one into right, it's down, it is fielded and held there at third to load the bases. Javeri Felicia delivers his 4th hit to load him up.
Wow, takes a little break there. You got Baker coming in, 3-2 count. Didn't think he'd be in this situation. Bottom of the lineup, Felicia doing what he does, just driving the ball the other way. We got a little run here for Curaçao.
And you have Jay-Dlynn Wiel at the plate, the guy that Curaçao wants up here. One swing can tie the game. Wiel was meant for a moment like this.
You are not kidding.
Good breaking pitch in there for a strike. Elmier is at third base. Cleito Ferreras at second. Felicia at first. Wiel has reached twice. Quick pitch on the corner inside. Big pitch, a quick pitch from Baker. And it's 0-2. Off speed, got him, and that will be a strikeout. No room to advance. How about Max Baker? Breaking pitch. Cheese on the inside corner on a quick pitch. Breaking pitch to strike out Jay-Dlynn Wiel.
Absolute dominant pitch right here. Didn't waste any time. Nice block by Keldorf. Biggest out right there to get the best hitter Wiel.
Now Nasir El-Osais, maybe the last best chance for Curaçao here in the top of the 5th. Ball 1 away. El-Osais, a single his last time up. His 4th hit in Williamsport. He does have a home run. It was a huge one. Give them a big 2-1 win.
We've seen with El-Osais, if his timing is right, he's a really good hitter. If he's behind, he's going to have to find a way to get out in front of one of these fastballs.
This ball driven to right. El-Osais.
Go!
Grand slam to tie it for Curaçao. Oh, baby! Nasir El-Osais, the 2 huge home runs for Curaçao in Williamsport. Right center field, grand slam.
Ravi, he did it again. We talk about getting a fastball. You gotta have your timing right. Stepping up for his squad. Curaçao at home going crazy. Right back in the game. How about a granny in the championship game?
Could not be a bigger moment. El-Osais to be able to take this pitch. He knew it right off the bat. Oh, to be able to have this too, knowing they're down 4 runs to tie it up. Oh my goodness.
Brand new ball game as Baker gives up the long ball to Nasir El-Osais with 2 outs. What a clutch hit. And now Jacobus, 0-1. And he's now behind 0-2. Well, you do have to wonder about the manager not going to Brooks in that situation. And again, you always hesitate to question coaches or managers. They know their players better than anybody. But the track record of Brody Brooks has been so good. He has not given up anything when he's been on the mound. 0-2, breaking pitch, sails high.
Listen, nerves of steel. Wow. Man, just when you think the game's out of reach.
Quick pitch there, that misses. And you look ahead, and again, California's power's at the top. It'll be 11, 12, and then the top of the order in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-5. Off speed, Jacobus, deep to left. Parks back, and he's there to make the play on the track. Woo! What an inning by Curaçao.
Buckle up. We got a new ball game. El-Osais done it twice now. 1 pitch, 1 grand slam, 4 runs, tie game, and look at the boys going crazy.
Yeah, Max Baker on the other side of that emotional spectrum. How about that Curaçao watch party? Oh man, you can feel it here in the States. They are going nuts. Nasir El-Osais, grand slam. Moments ago here in Williamsport, the hat went flying, so did the baseball. With the bases loaded, Nasir El-Osais danced down that first baseline. Down by 4 in the 5th, he goes granny to tie it. And the booth went nuts. Look at Jess, look at Frazier, it's over. Boy, this Curaçao team has done this the entire tournament. Just when you think it's kind of over, Sebi, they get up off the mat.
Absolutely. You thought the booth was going crazy. You should have seen the family section here. We got Nasir hitting a grand slam. I got Mom Nayat, Dad George with me. Mom, how are we feeling?
Very good. I'm very, very proud of Nasir and the whole team.
And tell me a little bit about what it felt like, because this isn't the first time he did it. He did it again earlier in the
Did it again. Emotions, I cannot describe my feeling. This is amazing, amazing.
And what's he like? Because he's been quiet. When we talk to him, he doesn't say much, but boy, he's got a big bat. What's it been like watching him go through this?
amazing. Like you said, he's short on word, but big power.
Yes, absolutely. Big power. We saw it down at Volunteer. We saw it here at Lamedy. Dad, how you feeling, brother?
I am sweating right now.
We both are.
Not because of the sun. I'm sweating of emotions, big emotions right now, man.
How do you compare it to the one that he hit against Venezuela? It was just as dramatic.
Yo, well, yeah, this is a Grand Slam, so this is bigger than the one from Venezuela. So I am glad, man.
When he hit it, did you know? He knew.
He knew it, but I didn't see where the ball went. So for me, wow, I don't got any words for this.
And what's this experience overall been like, watching your son go through this and grow into this role with this team?
Experience, this is a dream come true, man. Dream come true, not only for me, but especially him.
I got to tell you guys, Nasir is not one of the 5 returners on this team. We talked to the coaches before the tournament. He did not have a great qualifying tournament in Puerto Rico. He was a little bit down about it, and the coaching staff said to him, we did not add you to this team to be great in Puerto Rico. We added you to be great in Williamsport, and he has proven to be just that.
He sure has. All right, Sebi, thank you, and to the parents as well. And that's, you know, dream come true for everybody out there watching who's got a little boy or girl that may someday end up here. You never know what that path is going to be, and Elosais delivers a grand slam on Little League's biggest stage. Incredible. And here's 1-2 right, and that is Winkler, and it's a foul ball.
That's why you play the game. I mean, you keep swinging, you get in the cage, you struggle. It's a game of failure. I mean, you talk about it all the time, hitters. It's not something you sign up for if you want to find something you're going to always have confidence in. So to see Nasir know he had struggled, get to this point, have 2 huge hits, but nothing like what he just did.
Here is Salazar. That one missed. And then it's Brooks after this. Winkler gave it a good run in right field, but he couldn't come up with it. 2-2. Swing and a miss way over his head. Well, here's the game again. Seems like we're going to say that a few times in the next few minutes. But you're back to the top of the order for Brody Brooks.
Just when you think you're out of the water.
Right.
The big gun comes up here.
Cue the Jaws theme. This one's playable. Winkler coming, shows a second baseman. Did he get it? No, yes, he did. What a play. Provacia, incredible catch. Oh, the momentum is shifted to the third base side. Alexander Provacia. 5th inning, Nasir, the big fella, Elosais. Right field, grand slam in a 5-1 game to tie it at 5. Stops at first base, almost to ask his coach, did that really happen? The biggest home run of that 12-year-old's life, and you heard Dad say dream come true. What a game, what a comeback as we go to the final inning of regulation, 6th inning. Great story from Sebi about Elosais struggling in the region tournament, and said, we're not worried about this. We need you to deliver when we get to the big place. Lamedy and Williamsport, Volunteer Stadium, and he did. Once at Volunteer and now once here. And now Brody Brooks, who is essentially the closer on this team, is on to start the 6th. His first pitch sails high to Joshua Acosta. Acosta, Provacia, Severi due up. That's 4-5-6, and that's in there for a strike.
Talking to Danny Bully, he said he had 4 or 5 guys left. He's going to ride Brooks out until the sunset here, and that's for sure.
Ooh, wicked off-speed pitch. Wow. And making it even more challenging, Jess and Todd, for the hitters, is he is pitching from the sun right into a sliver of shade there. Good swing. And you can see it perfectly right there.
Bright, shiny ball. See, easily out of the hand, and then
it disappears.
Woo!
Go get him, yes, sir.
Yes.
Bring him on. I didn't know he still had it in him over there. Put a big smile on, big boy.
Good hand. He soaked it up for a second, too. Sweet hands.
Rap Ringamar.
Call him Ringo.
1-2. 2-2. Well, California has been in this situation where they have taken some hits and been able to get up. They've lost games and rebounded. This is a unique one, having given up a grand slam late. Strikeout of Acosta. See it, see it, see it. Oop. Oh, somebody turn the lights out.
That'll give you nightmares right there.
Now Alexander Provacia with an incredible catch there, a web gem in right field. And then Severi, and when you turn the page over, it will be Lewis Lappe, Jackson Kalish, and then Keldorf in the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 due up for California. Will it still be tied when they come up? Squaring the bunt, you could hear the pop of the mitt on that fastball from Brody Brooks. Little League World Series title on the line, and that's way behind him. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. That's off 3-1. Jackson Kalish's inability to pitch because his arm was clearly bothering him. And Danny Boley went to Max Baker instead of Brooks in that inning, and it's led to looks like that. That's ball 4. Go-ahead run is aboard here in the 6th for Sean Severi. He started on the mound. Off speed to get ahead.
And it seems like during this Little League World Series, a lot of the pitchers go to that pitch to kind of calm them down and be a little more accurate.
Another one, and a really good one. Throw it again?
I think you do. Or fastball up just to get another look, the eye level. If not, come back right there with that slow boy.
Brooks. No, he went fastball, and that's a foul ball. Boy, the variance in speed is unbelievable on the fastball and the curveball or breaking pitch. That was about as hard as we've seen Brooks throw today, that fastball. And he went off speed and picked up the strikeout. Good call, Frage.
Very nice. Manipulating the eyes, manipulating the swing. Go back to that fastball just to let him know I can throw mid-70s here. And then say, guess what? I'll come back with the slow boy. Let you think I got you.
Yep, breaking pitch to get ahead of Deshaun Winkler. He got his first hit in the Little League World Series in the 2nd inning. It was a single between 3rd and short. Swings at that, and this is Lappe. He'll flip to 2nd, and that will do it in the top of the 6th. The guy that just made that play, Lewis Lappe, 4 home runs, will lead things off. Bottom 6 coming up. Tie game at the World Series. He and Brooks have accounted for 7. Nolan Gifford, of course, outstanding for the team from Nevada. But consider Lappe and Brooks with 7. The entire 9 other teams had managed 5 homers. They had more homers combined than the 9 other teams. And the stage is set for a great showdown between Jay-Dlynn Wiel and this kid, Lewis Lappe. And if you can get Lappe or keep him in the yard, then you have to deal with Kalish and Keldorf. And those 2 have come up with the big hits, each with 2 RBIs.
This is a guy that could get jammed and still hit one out of the park. That's how much power he has. Got to be real specific as a pitcher right here.
Off speed, off the plate. Wiel wanted it. Curaçao has not allowed a home run at the World Series. Challenged him, and this game is over! Lewis Lappe does it again! California, your Little League World Series champs on a walk-off home run!
And a bat flip for the ages.
Forever it was up there. What a weapon Lewis Lappe proved to be at this World Series. 5 home runs and a walk-off winner. That gives the Little League World Series championship to El Segundo, California. Oh my gosh. Grand slam in the 5th, walk-off piece in the 6th. Woo! Give me more Little League World Series, man. Give me more.
This has been a fun-filled day, a fun-filled all-star season. I mean, this guy is just absolutely incredible. Stand up, Lewis Lappe. Stand up, Curaçao and California. What a game. This one to go down in the record book.
No doubt about it. Shot to left field. And wait till you see where that bat went. It had the same apex as the home run ball.
Hey, Lucas!
When you hit 5 of them and you get a walk-off, and you get the ability to chuck the bat at the end. So many tears, both sides. One of the best games, championship games, doesn't even matter, that we've seen here. Lappe. Second pitch of the at-bat.
Look at the bat flip, young man. You're going to remember this for the rest of your life, dude. Go crazy.
What a moment for Lewis Lappe. What a game that we just saw here in Williamsport on Championship Sunday. 6'1", 153. Third time he was on today. He had a single, a walk, and a walk-off. Oh, man. Yeah, get out there and go join the rest of your team.
Look at Danny Boley over there, too, man.
Look at El Segundo. Look at that watch party on a walk-off. Beach blankets and a boisterous celebration. I think he's got tears in his eyes, too. I think he's emotional about what just happened.
Imagine 12 years old, everybody watching this game. You have a memory of a lifetime, no matter what you do for the rest of your life.
Congratulations to both teams. Curaçao with an amazing comeback. And that was, again, the first home run allowed at the World Series by Curaçao. You don't get moments like that.
Lewis Lappe gets pitched to, you guys, too, because of the work of Keldorf and Kalish behind him in this game to score those runs. Otherwise, he comes up in this situation, they walk him. Said he gets the pitch of a lifetime.
Another difficult pill to swallow for Curaçao. They keep coming back 3 years in a row on the international side. Your last 3 champions. And when you get to this stage, it was Hawaii last year who was destroying everybody. And today, the kids from El Segundo, California, with that guy right there in the middle. Still, his feet haven't touched the ground. I'm not sure the bat has landed yet. I'm not even sure the ball has landed. That was a no doubt about it home run to win it.